Our next example, we're going to graph the linear equation using the slope-intercept method. So slope-intercept method, meaning we want to convert this equation in the form of y is equal to mx plus b. So we're going to take this equation, negative 7x plus 2y equals to 3, and we're going to solve for y. So let's do that. In solving for y, we're going to bring over the variable term of x. So we're going to add 7x to both sides. We have 2y is equal to 7x plus 3. Then our last step, we're going to divide by 2. And we have y is equal to 7 over 2x plus 3 over 2. Then identify the slope. The slope is 7 over 2, meaning we're going to rise 7 units, run 7 units up, and then rise 7 units up and then run 2 units to the right. Our y-intercept is going to be at 0, 3 over 2. And 3 over 2 is equivalent to 1.5. So how we go about doing that? We have a y-intercept where it's a decimal, one of the coordinates is a decimal number. That's okay. We can find what point that second point will be as we graph it. So let's do that. Find 0, 1.5, and we know 1.5 is between positive 1 and positive 2. This point is going to lie on the y-axis. So we have here is 1 and 1.5 right there. Okay, then we're going to go up 7 units. So that means we're going to jump up 1 unit each time. So when we move up, we're not going to move to number 2. We're going to move to 2.5, then 3.5. We're going to move up by one whole, but it's going to be in 0.5. So here we go. Let's count up 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from there, we're going to run 2 units to the right. 1, 2. Here's our second point. Our second point is at 2, 8.5. Or we can say 9 over 2. Or is 8.5 9 over 2? We can convert that. Okay. So 7 units, we move upward. Okay. And run 2 units to the right. So here's our second point. So now what we're going to do is connect. And there we go. That is our line. Okay. So that's our our second example here. Let's look at the last example on this page here where it says to find the slope and y-intercept of the line. Now this is what we call the function notation because this is it begins with f of x. Now if I want to make this into a linear equation, just replace f of x with y. We can say y is equal to 3/7 x, but it's still the same fraction. It's still the same slope. It's still the same equation. It's just that we just changed the names, the beginning names of the equation. Function notation, a functional equation, or we would say a linear equation versus a linear function is the same. Okay, so with what we have here, we want to find the slope and the y-intercept. Well, we have a slope, which is 3 over 7, but do we have a y-intercept? Okay, we do have a y-intercept, but what is it? Is it shown? Or what is it understood to be? It's going to be 0, 0. Because we could have said, set this equation, we could have said f of x is equal to 3 over 7 times x plus 0 with slope, with, excuse me, 0 being the y-intercept. So we're starting at the origin. Let's go ahead and graph. We have everything that we need here. Start at the origin. We're going to rise 7 units, meaning we're going to move up 3, and then we're going to run 7 units to the right. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to count 7 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our next point is at 7, comma 3. And then we connect. And there we go. We have our line.